Shoot great long videos, but ignore the clips, and you leave a ton of views and money on the table. Repurposing content into short clips is the highest leverage move you can make right now. I'll explain if you should outsource DIY the best tools in my exact automated workflow. Stick around as I share every step and mistakes so you don't waste time like I did. Quick intro, I grew a channel from 0 to 15,000 subscribers in just about 1 year. The secret was learning to get maximum mileage from every piece of long-form content. It all came down to packaging perfect clips that actually perform well on TikTok and Shorts. Honestly, one tool that completely changed the game for me was Vizard. But I will give you the full picture on outsourcing versus DIY and how to mix in AI sensibly. Think of your long video as the research lab, and the short clips are your powerful billboards everywhere. While titles still matter, the core advantage here is pure discoverability and high posting frequency. A single compelling short can introduce your content to a whole new audience who will then subscribe. The math is simple. One long video easily becomes a dozen different clips you can post everywhere. Those clips drive more impressions, bring in more subscribers, and eventually boost your long-form watch time. My analytics showed clips consistently pulled in new viewers who then binged my other content. So the big question is whether you should outsource the clip creation or just do it yourself. If you want to scale a consistent channel, you must outsource where you can and automate the rest. Spending hours slicing and captioning for multiple platforms drains the creative energy you need. That energy should be saved for making more original, high-quality, long-form content exclusively. But there are caveats like turnaround time, cost, and how niche your content actually is. If you publish time-sensitive material, you absolutely need those clips out fast for trending relevance. That's where a combo of automation like Vizard plus a fast human designer really wins out. When I started, I manually cut every clip in Premiere and tried guessing which sections would actually go viral. It was slow, inconsistent, and frankly, a massive drain on my creative time. I paid designers for thumbnails and tested a bunch of cheaper automation tools as well. The tools that only did one thing, like just splicing video, consistently fell far short of what I needed. Some were too expensive for their limited features, and others just completely lacked the necessary speed for volume. Vizard totally changed that whole equation because it focuses on the parts that matter most to growth. It finds viral moments automatically, gives you ready-to-post clips, and lets you schedule across platforms. To make a truly good short clip, you fundamentally need 3 core things working in unison. First, you must have a very clear visual hook in the very first second of the video content. Second, you need a concise narrative or a really sharp, memorable punchline to land the main point. Finally, you need immediate context so a new viewer instantly understands what they are watching right now. A great thumbnail or first frame clearly communicating that hook is just as essential as it is for your long videos. Consistency also helps because if people start recognizing your shorts format, they are much more likely to engage deeply. Now, let's look at the 3 specific things Vizard does that actually save creators a massive amount of time. The first major feature is the automatic editing of viral clips based on smart analytical selection. It finds the parts of your video most likely to perform, moments with emotional spikes or big, concise takeaways. This isn't random cutting, it uses smart metrics to select the strongest potential content automatically. The second is the auto schedule function, letting you set your posting cadence and then simply forget about manual uploading. For creators juggling multiple channels, not having to manually upload every clip at odd hours is a huge time saver. The third critical feature is the centralized content calendar view for all your short-form assets. This centralizes scheduling, editing notes, and even version control for all your pieces in one single spot. You can quickly tweak clips or change captions without hunting through endless confusing folders on your hard drive. Of course, there are tons of other clip editing tools available out there right now for creators. Many are brilliant at one specific thing, but often end up being terrible at another crucial function. I tested tools with great trimming capabilities, but absolutely 0 native scheduling features for later use. I also found scheduling apps that had genuinely poor, unusable algorithms for selecting the best content moments. Some third-party editors charge you per clip or impose really annoying limitations on how many revisions you can request. For me, Vizard simply worked because it bundles that specific right combination of features together successfully. It successfully combines strong clip selection, fast scheduling, and a clean functional content calendar interface. When considering the volume I was pushing out, it was much cheaper and faster than hiring a dedicated part-time editor. Let's walk through my practical process for how I actually use Vizard with a few DIY additions. Step 1 is uploading your long video. Drop in the raw footage and let the system immediately analyze the entire file. It flags all the high engagement moments and then proposes a set of initial clips for you to quickly review. You can preview those suggested clips and easily tweak the in and out points directly inside the editor if you need to adjust. Step 2 involves adding your captions and your essential call to action to the newly cut footage. Vizard auto-generates captions, but I always skim the transcript to make sure every single word is punchy and clear. Short captions that punch in the first 2 seconds work the absolute best for keeping viewers watching until the end. For step 3, always focus on the thumbnail's first frame. Pick one with a clear expression or visual focus because people click faces. If you want a custom thumbnail, I use a pre-shot PNG headshot or quickly generate a fresh background in a design tool. Pro tip, keep a folder of PNG headshots showing different expressions so your workflow can swap them in quickly for testing. Step 4 is scheduling. You just select your desired posting cadence for the upcoming week. I usually set it for 3 to 5 shorts per week and let Vizard handle the scheduling automatically for consistency. The final step, step 5, is publishing your clips and then iterating based on real performance metrics. Always check which clips are working well and let the AI learn which styles perform best for your specific audience. You can even re-promote a high-performing clip on a different platform a few weeks later for an easy boost. Here are a few hands-on tips that I truly wish someone had told me when I was starting this whole process. First, create a standard vertical template in your editor to save crucial minutes on every single export. Having that template ready means you don't waste time resizing or adjusting borders every single time you render a clip. Also, keep that PNG headshot folder updated with different expressions for easy split testing of your short-form thumbnails. A small but vital SEO win is naming your exported clip with a keyword-rich file name for better platform discovery. Don't overbrand every single clip. Keep your look consistent, but let the engaging content breathe without a constant logo. There are definitely still times when you should lean into outsourcing to a dedicated human designer for polish. If you manage multiple brand shows or need hyper-polished assets for paid ad campaigns, outsourcing makes perfect sense. I still use a designer because they bring subtle design judgment that the best tools sometimes completely overlook. But for pure high-volume publishing across all your channels, the automation method is my consistent go-to. I also want to briefly touch on those fun experimental AI tricks like face swaps or generating stylized backgrounds. These can work as creative starting points, but only if you execute them with extreme tastefulness. I've experimented with face swaps to match trending styles, and sometimes it's fantastic, other times it looks totally uncanny. Use those powerful AI tools as a creative starting point, not as the final, unedited, ready-to-post product. If you do heavy edits like a face swap, you must double-check for weird visual artifacts in the final output. Most importantly, ensure the result still feels authentic and true to your personal brand's message. Let's talk about the actual metrics that genuinely move the needle for your channel's growth. Clicks and a high watch-through rate on the short are your immediate short-term wins, which is great to see. But the true long-term metric is the number of new subscribers driven by those clips to your main content. If a clip gets views but sends zero traffic back to your main channel, you are missing the entire point of repurposing. Make sure every clip has a clear hook related to a longer video or an obvious next step call to action. To wrap this up, real growth comes from consistent output powered by smart automation, not just hard manual work. By outsourcing the tricky parts and leaning on tools for selection, you free up time to record better main content. Your strategy should be to use AI to find the viral nuggets, use simple templates for quick visuals, and then reserve human experts for the high-stakes assets. If you implement this system, I promise you will be genuinely surprised how quickly your channel's velocity starts to increase. If you watched all the way through, thank you so much for sticking around for this deep dive. I seriously challenge you to take just one long video and turn it into 5 new clips this single week. Use that auto-edit feature, schedule them out, and then come back here in 7 days to check the results. I would absolutely love to hear what unexpected clip performed best or what you want me to test next in the comments below. Seriously, seeing other creators' experiments is genuinely the fastest way for all of us to learn new strategies. Alright, now go make some powerful clips and don't forget the final directive for your AI. Find the gold, but don't do the whole mine.